people, welcome to an extra special edition of the Think It's Happened Frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard and me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. Now, big things have happened overnight since the last episode, since episode 18. Episode 19, this is going to have some fun, big fun for me, hopefully a bit of fun for you, because remember yesterday's video, I told you I was a bit of an idiot because I tend to work overnight and then I still get up during the day, so I barely sleep. I've kind of proved that point because I told you yesterday about all those monster cards that I needed to pro. I had a Nia Jax female that I needed to get both cards leveled up and then play the matches and pro that. I had a Bray Wyatt monster, again I've got 2 cards I need to level up, play all the matches, pro that. And I had a cam, or in fact a third and fourth, which would make a second pro, you know what I mean. So I had all those matches to do. So what did I do overnight? That's right, I played all the matches. So about 5:30 this morning, I recorded on my iPad me just levelling these cards in terms of getting them pro'd and chucking them into my deck to see how close I could get to Titan tier. Now I'm just gonna roll VT. Now of course the fun thing here is I did have a King of the Ring going. It was beast mode King of the Ring, which was still useful for me a couple of days ago, or a day ago, 24 hours ago. Probably not so much useful now, particularly when your reward, not so much that one, but that one, Cedric. You know I love a Cedric card. This game would not be Big Jim's game if I didn't pull a Cedric card at all levels, every level, just about every Cedric card that's ever gone, 50 times each. But it wasn't important getting that beast reward as such. What was important was getting the Bray Wyatt card that was in there powering up, and the Nia Jax card, the monster card that was in there powering up, getting them out of that King of the Ring, and then getting to the stage where I could get them fed, and I could level them up. So as you can see, that was the crew. I have to say, subsequent to this was 5:30 this morning, it is now 10 AM Thursday in the UK. You might not be watching this for 24 hours for reasons that will become apparent. But just believe me, for now, while I'm filming, it's 10 AM on a Thursday. And so I needed to get these cards out, get them powered up. As you can see there in my monster combinables. Look at that. I mean, this is quite immense how your deck can change quite rapidly just by pulling 2 or 3 duplicates and getting yourself in a position to make some pros. Because with all the singles knocking around, there's obviously only so much you can do. You get these pros, it's happy days. So as you can see, I'm just checking through here. Always double and treble check. You've got your chicken nuggets in place, you've leveled everything up. Obviously a good way, if you do tend to stack the cards up the same way, just check that the stats are absolutely identical. And that image you can see there of Bray Wyatt is the one that I'm going to use. And there's a cam. The first cam was ready. The second one, he just had a couple of matches that needed to be played. So I had to hold off on doing a cam while I did the first 2. And again, just for the purposes of this video, I didn't think you'd want to see me go through the pain of going into wild mode with a cam and having to play 10 matches just to fill 2 charisma slots on his card. It's just no charisma matches. It was driving me potty. Anyway, here we go. Here's Nia. So I haven't quite decided what best image to use with her yet. Jury's still out on that one. Perhaps you could give me some suggestions down below what you think is the best Nia Jax image. But there you go, she's my first monster pro female. Bray Wyatt becomes my 3rd monster pro male. Again, as you can see, there's a lot of double and treble checking here. It's just you do not jump into these things lightly. You've got to make sure that everything is done. So there we have it, which leaves me with 2 more to do. One is a cam, as you've seen. The other, you can just see Peyton Royce. There's 2 Peyton Royces there. Now, at the end of yesterday's video, when I picked up my Monster Tier Freebie, the new one we had from the update they did the other day, I was just chiselling a few matches, obviously trying to get some of these cards powered up. And I pulled a second Peyton Royce, about 30 matches, 30 resets after that tier freebie. So quite a few people have tweeted me subsequently and said that they've all had fairly rapid pulls since the tier freebie, which is good news for everyone. But There was only so much I could do overnight, so I haven't started work on Peyton yet. And if you could put 20 females and 30 males into a particular event and chisel through them all, then I would do that, but I obviously couldn't. So then it was a case of get them powered up and see what they would do to my deck. Obviously, the deck, top 8 cards, it pulls in your 4 best females, your 4 best males, your 2 best females, and your 2 best support cards automatically. So you don't have to do that yourself. You'll notice here, brother, the power of editing. I've saved you the pain of me going through all the different cards that I was thinking, oh, shall I feed that one in? Shall I use that one? I've just cut to the chase on this so you can see me putting the chicken nuggets in place and leveling them out. Now, if we go into my deck, you can see there, that got me into Monster Plus Plus. It was previously a Monster. So I've still got Bray, and I've still got a cam to put in to see how close I can get to that Titan tier. And there's a little trick there as well that I'll show you that does help boost up your status. You may well be aware of it, but we'll come to that shortly. So here we go. Here's Bray. He's being done. Get him leveled up. Again, get his chicken nuggets in place. Make sure every little bit and piece that you can get to help you is there. Also changing the image, because as I mentioned to you, I knew what image I wanted to use for him. And after this, I had to play a quick couple of games for a cam just to get him up to speed. And then I was able to pro him too. So we'll stick Bray in, now he's fully done. See how close he can get me towards that Titan tier. This is a good indication for you guys as well, when you're chiselling away and you're doing your best to try and get into Titan tier, because I know there's a few of you out there. Well, obviously there's quite a few of you out there. There we go. Bray, as you can see, just moved me a little bit further up. So, a cam, as I mentioned, I've saved you the pain of watching me play those matches. Here's the power up being done. Again, just chuck those chicken nuggets in. It's gone for a fairly straightforward hit here. Just 3, 3, 3, 3, and then 2 into the abilities. I've done that with all 3 of the cards, because they're my early cards. As things move on, with the lower rank cards, I'll tend to put 3 into the abilities and take 1 off their weakest stat. So there you go. So I thought, hasn't quite done enough. Hasn't got me to Titan tier. What can I do? What can I do? Well, the next thing you can do, if you remember your slots that you have, your momentum slots from your PvPs, that gives your cards that little bit of an extra boost, doesn't it? It gives them a 5% stat. So get yourself onto there. I've got 3 slots. Do an autofill, and it pulls your boys in. Well, in this case, it pulls in 2 boys and 1 girl. And then go back, and you will find, eventually, there's a bit more of a boost, but it's not quite enough. Now, I was disappointed at this stage, because I thought, flipping heck, I've got 4 Monster Pro males, a Monster Pro female and a Beast Pro female, 2 Titan supports, and I'm still not in Titan. And I just thought, oh, what have you got to do? What have you got to do? Actually, it turned out what you've got to do is just go into the other modes, choose your decks for that, and I was ending up in Titan for quite a few of the modes, and I went back into the main 8 cards, and with no stats changed whatsoever, I was in Titan mode. So it had done it. I think the thing was, because 3 cards had landed in there all at once, the game hadn't quite managed to suss itself out. It was still thinking about it. It was still adding a few things up and going, take away the 2. Actually, yeah, he is in Titan mode. So happy days. I'm in Titan mode. So you know what that means. It's Titan freebie time. Let's just crack on and do this. Let's do this. Yes, we're done with that. Let's go into my cards first. On Titan mode, you can see I have Eddie Guerrero, Shawn Michaels, Big E, Cedric Alexander. As you know, I like to get Cedric cards. Goldust and Kane. So, very much wanting to get myself now into the position where I'm going to be getting these event cards. So it would be nice to get a pro just to help me along the way. A single female now, actually, wouldn't be of any use to me when it comes to the main deck editor, because once Peyton Royce is in there, she, in theory, should be stronger than a single Titan card. So, very much hoping, I know it's a bit of a long shot, but very much hoping that I can get a pro. And if I don't get a pro, this is obviously one of the higher ranked cards, if at all possible. And what better way to do that? Well, let's just have a quick check. I think I'm still powered up for this. I've gone into a new King of the Ring. This is my first Monster King of the Ring with all my new cards. I did manage to sneak into one before with using some enhancements with my old deck, and I got absolutely pasted, got mullered in the first round, so I didn't bother with that again. But now things are just looking a little bit healthier, so I'm through to what is this? I'm not through to anything. I'm still battling. What am I doing? What's the score at the moment? Oh, I have won 3-0. I have won 3-0, and I am through to the next round. Oh, who knows what I'm doing? I never know what I'm doing half the time. The important thing is, get on with it, Big Jim. The important thing is, actually, there should be an achievement collection, shouldn't there? There's going to be a few credits for reaching Titan tier. What do you get? What do you get? What do you get? What do you get? I forgot about this. A little bonus. We get, what is it, 150, 200, what is it? 350 credits. That's very nice. Very nice, Mr. Faulty, very nice. That'll go down nicely. Right, okay. Well, the best way to do this, as I started to say about 4 years ago, is go to Road to Glory. I have already prepared my Road to Glory deck. I seem to be slipping down the... I think it's because I'm leaning back in the chair. I've been up for a long time. I did tell you. I did warn you. My deck is... All the cards in here are cards that need powering up to some degree. So... It's not all my best cards, it's just, that's why it's still in Beast Plus at the moment. It's all the better cards that need work on at the moment, including, as you can see, the 2 patents. So that's what they're there for. Well, let's get cracking. And yes, I did say I was going to keep those credits that I'd accrued for doing some of this Christmassy stuff, but I just thought, I'm so tired from doing all this playing overnight, and obviously Road to Glory is a bit of a slog in itself, but over and above that, I'm going to be out of action all day Friday. I've got work from very first thing in the morning till late in the evening, and no doubt we'll be working into the evening as well. So I really need to get as much done today as I can. But on top of that, by now you may be aware of something new and exciting that I've unleashed on the WWE public. The plan is, this video that you're watching now is probably going up on Friday evening, and before it is some footage from a brand new WWE game that I've been given some access to. It's not actually been released yet. I think they've had a trial run in New Zealand or Australia or somewhere. But it's not available in the States, and it's not available in the UK yet, but everyone seems to know about it. There's a lot been said about it, and it's coming soon. It's WWE Mayhem. So by the time this video that you're watching now, SuperCard, is out, you should have seen that I have posted my very first WWE Mayhem video with me basically getting to grips with the game from scratch. So I hope you've seen that, and if you haven't, please tune in and have a look, because I will be doing that over the next few days. I shall be bringing you basically those early steps in the game, because as I say, I've read quite a bit about it, and I've seen there are a couple of YouTubers who seem to have had their hands on a pre-release game for a few weeks. They don't tend to be SuperCard people, but I've seen that they've been posting some vids on a quick look. But yes, this is BadLadDad. This is your team, people. This is your YouTubers getting hold of WWE Mayhem for an early look. And obviously I'm bringing that to you guys so you can have a sneak peek, see what's going on, see how bad I am at it from the start, and look forward to it. It's you can pre-register for it on Google Play, so it should be coming soon. I keep hearing differing stories as to whether it's going to be available just before Christmas or just after. But anyway, go and have a look. Go and have a look. Right, in the meantime, got, what, 8 picks. Come on. Come on, Mr. Titan. Or Ms. Titan, whichever Titan you are. Just make sure... oh, it's Naomi. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not going to complain about that, because eventually you do want to get yourself some pro females. Would have preferred to get a pro, but you can't have everything in life. There's a lot of work went into this. A lot of work, people, as you can probably imagine. That has been a hard slog overnight. I'm just gonna soak this in. Soak in the wondrous nature of Naomi. She's not so glitzy and glowy there, is she? You need to see her shoes and all her hair and everything lit up. But, well, there we go. That's my Titan freebie. It feels good. It feels good to see those red squiggly backs of cards. It feels good to know that I can now get a Titan pull. And it feels good to have finally reached the peak and the pinnacle of SuperCard Season 4. Obviously, from here on in, actually, she would fit in my deck right now, wouldn't she, if I fed her up? She would go in until Peyton's ready. Where are we? She's going to be better than the Nia Jax Beast Pro. So she would just take me up a little bit. I suppose the next target now is to be Titan Plus, and then it's Titan Plus Plus. It's just never ending, isn't it? It's just never ending. Right, there we have it, people. Yeah, man, Big Jim has made it to Titan after a lot of effort overnight. That's the kind of gameplay that generally would have taken a few days. But I just thought I better cuff this now because I've got a lot on my plate over the next few days, and I didn't want to be like on the cusp and miss out on getting some other cards perhaps. And also for the team, trying to get Team BadLadDad up into Titan mode as well. It was important to get some of those cards done. Well, there we are. I've done it. Yes, come on. Right, thank you ever so much for watching, people. As I mentioned, don't forget to check out WWE Mayhem, which is brand new, and there'll be 2 or 3 of those videos coming up over the weekend, as well as the #1 that I've already done. What else is there? Well, there's obviously going to be some more SuperCard, because we love SuperCard so much, don't we? You have to, kind of, if you're going to put that kind of effort overnight. You're not going to bother sleeping. Bit stupid, that. I'm probably going to crash and burn in the next 10 minutes. Anyway, look, there we go. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Bomb me a few likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Why haven't you subscribed? Come on, subscribe down below. There's all the social media. There's Facebook. There's Instagram. There's Twitter. All the banter is. Until I see you next time, you stay cool.